Hey, hey, hey. How y'all doing? We are back, honey. We are back. We are back. Happy Thursday, guys. Happy Thursday. Let me drink something so I can wake my throat up. Oh, that felt good. How y'all doing, guys? Hey, happy Thursday. We back for another video, honey. We got another show for you guys. Hopefully you guys are doing well. Hopefully you guys are doing well. Thank y'all for coming back and joining me. I hope you guys checked out our Car Chronicles video from this morning, honey, because I went off. I don't even know what got into me this morning. I was just a little irritated by some of the stuff that's been going on, y'all, that needed to be addressed. Y'all know how I get, honey, when I get the ranting and raving. Baby, it needed to be said. I'm sorry. Well, no, I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry for what I said, but hey, y'all know I get the hollering and carrying on. I got to get my point across, but it is what it is. I said what I said. Do I take it back? I do not. That's what I meant, and I stand on that. Okay. Hi. Thanks, Dragonfly Jones, Monica Gillespie, Angela Kelly, Babette Brooks, Truth TV podcast. Who else? Bridget J. Thanks for being here. Rhonda, Rose Armstead, Vicky Benson, Shirley Terry. Thank you all. Coco Mo, Delilah T. Flower Bloom, Maria Perry, April Pearson, Belma Sadler, Tara C. Lewis, Angela Huno, Erica Rogers. Hey, all right, let's get started. As you guys see, thanks. It's Cookie Dough. Thanks, Laura Eden. Thanks, Clyde Jones, Sheila Rump, Delicia This Milk. Hey, I see you guys steady coming in. Tabitha Clemens, My Degree is Real. Hi, Tara. Thanks for being here, Martin, tonight, dear. Thanks to Bear. All right. Everything said in the video is alleged, in my opinion, and is used for fair use and entertainment. Hi, LaTanya Allen. I see you, dear. Hi. All right, let's get started, guys. Thanks, Linda, for being here. Thanks, Linda, for being here. Another mod. Thank y'all. All right, let's get started. All right, so my first topic, I'm going to say that one for last. All right, so my first topic. All right, so a Nashville man is arrested, you guys, after he kidnapped and R-worded a female Amazon delivery driver. The man is reportedly had 107 prior offenses before this attack. Let's look at this because this is so dangerous. We want to make some awareness to you guys that are out and about. I told you guys when I'm out, I'm always watching because there's always some psychos that's out there, honey. You got to make sure that you up on your stuff out here, okay? All right, give it 1 second. And we're going to play it here in a second. Let me get my stuff right up over here. I try to be ready, honey, for my show. But ta-ra. All right, let's get out of that. All right, boom. Okay. All right, so let's get into it. Let's back it up and then send it forward so we hear it all.
News alert: a convicted felon who's faced more than 100 criminal charges in the last 17 years is in custody again, accused of a disturbing crime. Welcome to News 2 at 4. I'm Haley Wilgus. Tori Gessner is at the WKRN.com alert desk with these new details. Tori.
Well, Haley, Metro Police tell us the 34-year-old felon attacked an Amazon delivery driver at an apartment building's mailroom. The victim was delivering packages to the building in downtown Nashville around 4 this morning. That's where police say Carl Hamilton demanded the victim remove her clothes and sexually assaulted her. After, police say he forced her to drive him to an ATM in South Nashville, where he reportedly used her debit card to withdraw money. Metro officers arrested Hamilton after seeing him at that apartment building. They were there reviewing surveillance video. Police say the building manager knew Hamilton by name because he was previously arrested at the property for trespassing, once in January and again in March. He's facing multiple charges in this case. He was convicted of a similar crime a couple years ago. Haley.
Thank you. And that breaking news alert: a convicted felon who's faced more than 100.
Psycho, okay? Now, they're saying that a Nashville man is behind bars after he was arrested for kidnapping and taping a female Amazon delivery driver while she was, well, they said taping, but we know it's the R-wording. And I said taping, R-wording and an Amazon delivery driver while she was on the clock. Okay, it says that the 25-year-old female Amazon delivery driver was at a downtown Nashville apartment complex, as they just said, dropping off some packages. The guy's name is Carl Jerome Hamilton. He was 34. He assaulted her. Says then he forced the woman to get in her delivery car and drive to an ATM where he took her money, withdrew $100 from her account. You did all that for $100, okay? Says Carl then reportedly drove the victim around for nearly an hour before eventually leaving her and her car. Says when officers arrived at the apartment complex to review the security footage, they were able to catch Carl fleeing the scene, and he was immediately arrested. Detectives said that the apartment manager knew Carl by name because he was arrested at the property on March 5th and January 2nd for criminal trespassing. It says that he was charged with aggressive RAPE, aggravated kidnapping, and robbery. All right, it says that the crazy part is that Carl is no new criminal. He has a whopping 107 prior offenses stemming all the way back to 2007. That's not that far back. That's a lot. 107. Says that he was also arrested for kidnapping and robbery in 2020 in connection with the assault of a 24-year-old woman on Academy Place. Says that investigators said that he was convicted of those charges in July 2022 and received a 6-year sentence. So you went to prison, and that still wasn't enough for you. You got out and did the same thing. It's looking like you need to stay in there this time because you have not learned your lesson and you did not rehabilitate yourself while you were in there. So you're still on the same bullshit. Stay in there this time, okay? They said it here. How was he still on the streets to commit this violent crime again? So it's some sickos out there like this. Some sickos, 107 offenses. That's insane. And it's alarming that it's people like that is walking the streets, you guys. You never know when you walk past a person if they psycho and crazy like this individual here. So always, always, always be aware of your surroundings when you're out so that you don't get caught up in a situation. This woman was just doing her job, delivering packages, as she probably did every day to that apartment complex. He just so happened to be roaming the damn complex and violated this woman. That's something she'll never forget for the rest of her life. She'll probably have to get some type of therapy. She probably felt yucky after that. And if he's been doing that to several women, I hope she gets a plethora of tests done because this is something that sounds like he continues to do. And I'm pretty sure while he was in jail, I know they got your booty browning. So you getting it both ways, sir. He looks disturbed. He looks crazy. He looks unhinged. And his ass needs to stay in prison, okay? So shout out to the police officers that arrested his ass and the apartment complex for cooperating with police to get him off the streets, okay? They said that they need to have 2 people for safety. Yes, they do. They do. But, you know, a lot of these businesses, they don't want to pay people. They don't want to pay people. And then the next thing you know, they start laying people off when they have too many people. But yeah, they do need to have 2 people for that reason. One as a lookout person and to help the other person deliver the boxes. But I guess they feel like, hey, we don't need that. One person can do this job. Y'all know how some companies be. They don't want to pay. But I mean, yeah. Or she might need to have her a pow or some type of weapon with her when she does her routes, just in case somebody try her again. I mean, that's got to be a scary scene. I know she's going to have her guard up now. I know that for sure. She's definitely going to have her guard up. Somebody said yuck in the comments. Somebody said yuck. What y'all talking about? All right, let's continue, honey. All right, so Keefe D, you guys know who he is. He is the guy who is accused of having something to do with the unaliving of rapper Tupac Shakur. He is not cooperating with the police. He is saying that he refuses to testify in the Tupac unaliving trial. Let's go ahead and share this because y'all know I've been following this. This is a new development that just came out, so I definitely want to read up on that and see why this fool don't want to cooperate, okay? Well, you know, he is in the gang. He's in that. So y'all know how it is when they feel like you betray them and you testify and you give names and, you know, for immunity or for less time. They're going to know when he do it because depending on what type of, you know, punishment he gets. Okay. If you're looking at life, you go up in there and start snitching and they give you 10 years, they're going to know you snitched. And then they got people on the inside where they communicate on people, you know, with people on the outside that's going to handle you in there. That's how that works in the prison system. Okay. That's how that works. You're going to have people in there that's going to handle you for snitching because y'all know that's how it be, y'all. Cameron ain't never been in prison, but I know how it works because I have several like police officers in my family. Yeah, I know how it works. I know how it works. Okay. I know how it works. But let's get on with this, child. So it says the gangster Dwayne Keefe D. Davis refuses, honey, to testify. That is him here on the left. Of course, you know that is Tupac with the bandana on his head, okay? All right. Says that Dwayne Keefe D. Davis, okay, the accused mastermind behind the unaliving of rap icon Tupac Shakur, has announced that he will not be taking the stand to testify in his own defense. Says that the decision comes despite a long-hidden confession from Davis concerning the infamous 1996 unaliving being submitted into evidence at his trial. Now, as reported by The Sun, shout out to them, says that Davis, who has previously confessed to his role in orchestrating Tupac's assassination, has chosen to invoke his Fifth Amendment right, which protects individuals from self-incrimination. It says that despite having made multiple confessions to law enforcement in the past, which they can still use that, okay? Even if you don't say nothing, you've already confessed before, they're going to pull them tapes and they're going to use it on your ass. Now, it says that Davis now refuses to answer questions about his involvement in the crime. Somebody probably threatened him. Somebody probably told him, you better keep your mouth shut. If you talk, it's going to be a problem. So he is cooperating. He is old. It says that the 60-year-old former Compton drug dealer has reportedly expressed frustrations with feeling fitted up over the unaliving and has decided to remain silent in court. Sound like he's scared. Sound like somebody got to him. Because it sounded like he was going to cooperate before, but not so much now. It says that his attorney, Carl Arnold, confirmed that Davis will not be given evidence, opting instead to let his previous confessions speak for themselves. And he was doing a lot of talking. If you guys have followed this case, he gave a plethora of testimonies. He even wrote a book. Okay, he even has a book out there, and he's even done a few YouTube videos as well. So you got to know they're going to pull all of that evidence and stuff that he talked about and use that against him and question him on that. Some stuff that he probably forgot that he even said or you know, acknowledged in some of these interviews. So you don't really have to talk anymore. So you talked a lot in some YouTube videos as well as your book and other confessions that you gave to police. So says that Davis's hold on. Okay, so Davis's decision comes as a surprise to many, especially considering his previous cooperation with law enforcement. See, I told you. Says that he had previously made confessions to both the LAPD in 2008 and the Las Vegas Metropolitan Police in 2009, believing he was immune to prosecution due to a Poffer deal. Okay, so they're gonna use all of that. However, Davis now faces the possibility of life imprisonment if convicted. I told you, if he gets life, if he gets less time than life, they're gonna know he cooperated. They're gonna know. So it says that despite his refusal to testify, that Davis remains confident in the strength of his case. Says that Arnold stated that Davis believes that the case is winnable and has never asked for a plea bargain. Says that the burden now falls on prosecutors to prove Davis's guilt beyond a reasonable doubt. Says that Arnold also plans to subpoena Tupac's friend and rap mogul Suge Knight to testify in the trial. Says that while Davis may not be taking the stand, that the courtroom drama surrounding Tupac's unaliving trial is far from over. Okay. That is him. As you got to see, he did an interview with Vlad TV. We will not play it because Vlad is very they don't like sharing their stuff, so I ain't even gonna try that. But that's him doing an interview. It says that Keefe D, who's charged with the unaliving of Tupac, tells his story. So he is singing like a canary in these damn YouTube videos. He's done a lot of them. I've seen them. So he out there like Gene Deal, honey, out there doing video after video after video after video. He is admitting the shit, and they're gonna use all of that against you, sir. So you ain't got to talk no more. Feds are like, look, we don't give a damn if you don't talk. We're going to go and pull them tapes, them videos, them YouTube videos, and we're going to look at that book. So shout out to you, sir, for not cooperating because they got what they need from you. They said that Rose Armstead said, let's put your comment up there. Yeah, he not talking no more. So, yeah, well, he might as well do the time for them. Right. Shit, listen, I'll be damned. If they telling me I'm facing life, bitch, I'm about to tell everything I know. And then put my ass in protective custody. Okay, while I'm in prison, let me serve out my little 10 years or whatever the hell they're going to give me. Because you know it's going to be a reduced sentence from life. He's not going to get life if he cooperate like that. He tell who he knows and who else was involved, okay? One of which of the guys is already unalive because somebody pow-powed him. So he ain't even alive. So now they putting it all on Keefe D because he's, I think, the only surviving member. I think. No, it's another guy that's involved, but ain't nobody talking. That's what it is. So of course, you know, like I said, it was in the gang. So you can't be out there telling on your members like that, child, because they will be coming back after your ass. I'm just saying. All right. So imagine, you guys, driving around in your car, okay, and you happen to see piles of cash laying in the middle of the street. What would you do? Let's go ahead and play this video, honey, because I was like, hold up. Shout out to the Source magazine on that other article with Keefe D, okay? And shout out to Learn, Teach, Share 7, all right? Because this is where I saw this. Now, let's back it up so you guys can see, okay? Boom. All right. And Texas. Can't play that because they sang, honey. So they playing Beyonce, honey, Texas Hold'em. So as you guys can see, it says that money is laying in the middle of a Dallas intersection. Not sure how it got there. It must have fallen off of a truck. It looks like it may have fallen out of this truck, okay? Yeah. This truck was carrying money. They got, child, y'all need to have security guards or something there, because look at all that money. It's like this big old glass open case. Looks like it rolled out because it has wheels on it. You guys see that? 2 big cases, you guys, filled to the top with nothing but cash money, and people are sitting in traffic. You know somebody's thinking, bitch, I'm about to jump out and grab this money. Somebody's thinking that shit. But hey, you see that pow on the side? She gonna protect that money, baby, like it's her life, okay? Let somebody jump out and run up. She gonna protect that money like it's her life. But the money appears to have rolled out the back of this truck, which I guess was supposed to take it kind of like maybe, you know, y'all know how the Brinks trucks be. Probably taking it to a location to where they can, I guess, count it out. I'm not sure where they're taking it to. But imagine riding around on the highway and you see this shit. That's got to be weird, right? That's got to be weird. That's got to be weird. That's got to be weird. Yes. Anybody ever been in a vault and saw like money everywhere? And they tell you usually when you see stuff like that, if you're working for a banking center, if you see stuff like that, you just think of it as just a regular piece of paper, because it can be overwhelming to see like money stacked literally up almost to the ceilings. Okay, so you have to treat it like it's just a regular piece of paper and not be like, oh my God, look at all this money. You can't be like that, because then you kind of look like a suspect. Like, this bitch right here gonna be the one to steal first. Then they're gonna be zooming in on your ass. Okay, so you got to treat it like it's just a piece of paper off the floor. That's what they tell you. So imagine driving around, girl, and you see that. Look at people slowing down, looking like, bitch. And see how she looks steady looking around. Look at all that money. Look at all that money. It's 2 of them. Look at all that money. Nothing but cash. Bands on top of bands on top of bands on top of bands. Damn. Baby, that's some money. That is some money. She better hurry up and get that on there, baby, because it's going to be some street dudes that's going to run up there and, baby, try to get that money. Honey. I wouldn't want that job. Because, baby, listen, that ain't my money. I ain't about to go out like that. I'm just saying. I would never want to work for Brinks or none of them damn companies where you got to be guarding money and taking huge sums of money from here to here. Hell to the no. And I know they give you a pow just in case some shit pop off. Baby, listen, that ain't my money. I'm not going out for the cause. Not for that. Nah. If it's my money, I protect my money. But baby, I'm not. It's not that serious for me. All right, so let's go ahead and look at this. We kind of talked about the Robin Roberts interview with Brittney Griner. We're not going to look at the entire interview. What we're going to look at is where Robin Roberts actually talks about the interview she did. Now, I still got to catch up and watch because I'm so behind, y'all. Like, when I get off, when I get off live, I'll be trying to go downstairs and get my show ready for the next day. So I got to catch up. Probably this weekend, I may be able to, if I'm not too busy, catch up on the Brittney Griner interview. I heard it was good. So we're going to go ahead and look at the video that I pulled that's going to talk about, give some insight on the BG interview. Okay. And so let's go ahead and get that shared for you guys, because I'm interested to hear all of what she had to say. I saw clips of what she was going to be talking about, but I have not watched it in its entirety. So I'm very, very much so looking forward to that. So I'm going to make it big so y'all can see. Let's wait for it to catch up. Says that, yes, I have been in banking for 24 years. Okay, so Monique, you know about that. If you've ever been in a bank vault, they tell you just look at it as just a piece of paper, just a random piece of paper. You can't look at it like, oh my God, look at all this money, because it can be very overwhelming. It can be very, very overwhelming. So yeah, shout out to Monique, honey. Counting the dollar bills, honey. All right, so let's get into this. Of course, you guys can see on the screen where it says Robin Roberts talks about the interview with Brittney Griner. Okay, so let's get into it.
Tonight on 2020, this is a very important interview, a special one. Robin Roberts catching up with WNBA star Brittney Griner.
I'm really looking forward to this conversation. They're going to be talking about her imprisonment in Russia, her return to the WNBA, and also some exciting stuff of what she has planned for the future.
So Robin wanted you guys, because we talk to her every morning,
Yes.
wanted you guys to know a little bit more about the interview. So she took some time out of Good Morning America to kind of tell you about it. Here it is. Who's the person that we meet with you tonight?
She's a person that you think you know from the WNBA, of course, a star in the league. She's 6'9". Think about being in a prison, a black gay woman in Russia in prison.
This morning, Brittney Griner, one of the game's most visible female athletes, couldn't be further from her dominance on the court.
Arrested for illegally carrying hashish oil in vape cartridges at the Moscow airport.
Officials say she's in good spirits, appears to be in good health, and was receiving medical care.
What is racing through your mind during that time?
Just everything that I'm not going to see. I'm thinking about my wife, thinking about what my family's going to think, public opinion's going to think. I can just see the headlines now. Like, I could just visualize everything I worked so hard for just crumbling and going away.
Sam, she really opens up. I didn't know when I was sitting down across which Brittney I was going to get.
Yeah.
The WNBA star that was always buttoned up and would give you just so much. No, you don't go through an experience like she went through, and it doesn't affect you. And I can still see how it has impacted her.
Was there a moment that you were caught off guard, that you were surprised by what she had to say?
Can I just say that it far exceeded my expectations. She's on a mission now. She got home, and she knows there are
those
many
hormones
Americans
she
that are
taking
being wrongfully detained all around the world. You wrote that you were hoping to see someone else on that plane. You were hoping to see Paul Whelan.
When I walked on and I didn't see him, I was like, okay, maybe I'm early. Maybe, maybe he's next. Maybe they're going to bring him next. And when they closed the door, I was like, are you serious? We're not going to let this man come home. If it was left up to me in that trade, I would have went and got Paul and brought him home. But any time that we can bring home an American, that is a win for Americans. No one should be left behind.
You talk about her future. Does she feel that she has one? What is she optimistic about it?
Yeah, that's a good question. Yes, I see a lightness in her. It's been over a year, and I saw her play last year when she came back. I didn't know that Brittney Griner.
She's taking hormones
on the basketball court. There was a heaviness to her, and I told her that. A fondness for her freedom, for the life that she has now. Great gratitude for those at We Are BG, the campaign that helped get her home, and just wanting to use that as a playbook to help get others back home too.
So fascinating. You can watch that entire 2020 special, Prisoner in Russia, the Brittney Griner interview. That is tonight at 10 right here on Channel 7. It's just
Y'all see that? So for those of you that want to watch it in its entirety, it's going to be on ABC. It's the 2020 special edition. It's called A Prisoner in Russia, the Brittney Griner interview, okay, with Robin Roberts. It's already aired. I'm going to try to catch it this weekend if I can. But from the clips that I've seen, it's very, very interesting, okay? She really opens up. She starts crying. She talks about her treatment over there. She talks about how at one point she wanted to unalive herself because things just got so hard and it didn't look like she was going to ever be able to get out, and that was going to be her life over in Russia, that she was going to probably die over there. She was looking at serving 9 to 10 years over there in conditions that were deplorable, she said she didn't feel human. She didn't have toilet tissue. She didn't have soap. The mattress that they had her laying on had a huge blood stain on it. She said that when she first came in there, they had like this huge knife sitting on the table. She wound up having to cut her hair. As you guys know, when she went over there, she had the long dreads. But over there, during that time that she was there, it was like freezing cold. So when she was working in this like warehouse type thing, because, they put her at one of those penal colonies where she had to work at, it was like super freezing cold there. So she had to be all bundled up, and her hair would be freezing up when it would get wet. So she decided, so that she could stay warm and work in those conditions, that she would just cut her hair. So that's why her hair is short now, because it's of course growing back. She's got a nice braid of hair too. But she went through some very deplorable conditions, and they treated her very bad over there. One, because, you know, she's gay. Two, she sticks out from everybody there. And three, because she's an American. They don't like us over there. Russians do not like Americans. So she had like 3 or more things against her when she went over there that made them treat her in that way. So thank God they were able to do the trade and get her out of there. But one thing that I did not understand that she said, and I stand on that, when she said that she was looking for them to get Paul Whelan up out of there with her, baby, listen, after they told you that you were free, bitch, I don't care who else is here. And I know that might sound selfish, but if I'm facing 9 to 10 years, and I get it, your PR person prepped you very well, sis, okay? You already know she had a PR person before she did this interview with you know, worst case scenario questions. Of course, you know, a lot of times when they're doing interviews, they will give them like a sheet of the questions that they're going to be asking, or a roundabout questions that they're going to be asking. So you can get with your PR person and know what to say and how to say it so that you don't be looking crazy. Because a lot of people were already upset that she was traded versus the American military man who they felt deserved to be taken out, because they were like, well, she went over there and she broke Russian rules by having, you know, that cartridge with the marijuana or whatever substance or whatever up in there. So they felt like her ass should have stayed up over there because she's just a WNBA player, versus the man who served our country and wound up getting in some shit and got stuck up over there and had already been serving like years and years up over there. So he is still over there. They're still working to get him back to the U.S. But Brittney was saying, you know, I was just like, you know, why are they closing the door on the plane yet? I'm waiting on him to come. Girl. I'd have been like, bitch, let's go. Like, I ain't been so ready to go in my life. And I know that sounds selfish. I know it sounds selfish, but baby, if they tell me I'm serving 10 years in a foreign country where I'm already scared and being treated like shit, bitch, listen, the first thing smoking, I'm ready to go. And bitch, whoever ain't on the plane when it's time to go, that it's just not meant for you to go. It's just not meant for you to go. Let them come back, honey, and spin the block after they drop my ass off back in the U.S. They can come back and get you. But for now, I'm ready to skedaddle, okay? That's what I've been saying, yeah. I feel like that was a PR. That was a PR answer that she gave. Because, bitch, there's no fucking way. There's no way. There's no way the way you were crying and you was ready to unalive yourself and you were scared. Baby, listen, but as soon as they told you, hey, get your shit, let's go. You going back, you're being traded. You're not about to be asking, well, who else is being traded? Is Paul Whelan coming along too, girl? Paul who? Let's go, okay? My shit is already packed. Let's go. All right, and let's go, and let's go. Yeah, they said it's bone cold and yeah, she had to cut her hair because her shit kept freezing. Her hair was freezing up because she would be, and she had to work, guys, from like sun up to sundown, kind of like slavery. She was in a penal colony, and those places are just, they say, are horrible conditions, and they make them work from sun up to sundown. It ain't like the U.S. where they say you get mandatory 2 15-minute breaks and a lunch and all. Yeah, they whenever they say you go to lunch. Whenever they say you take a break, that's when you go. And if they don't give you a break, bitch, that means you keep working, and they're going to, you know, it's some consequences if you decide to buck up and be complaining a little bit too much. Okay. I'm just saying it's not like the U.S. So that's child. I would be scared as hell to be in a foreign country and locked up and having to deal with that shit. But thank God she's back home. Okay. All right. So let's get on to our last topic, guys. We're not going to have a very, very long show tonight. I do want to get in the bed a little early. I still got to get my show together for tomorrow, and I want to get in the bed, honey, and maybe watch one show and go right on to sleep because I'm tired. I work hard today. I've been up since 6 o'clock this morning. I am tired, okay? Yes, God. All right, but let's get on from that. So shout out. Oh, did I play it all? I'm sorry, guys. Let's see. Well, we don't have to watch the rest because that's really all we had to watch. Let me make sure, though. Yeah, they're just kind of recapping. So, yeah, we're good on that. They says, I hope she doesn't go, but yeah, bitch, I wouldn't either. But you know, they say over there, they pay the women in the WNBA more over there, which is so sad. They got to go out of, you know, overseas to get paid more because they don't really value or acknowledge the WNBA players like they do the male players, you guys, that's in the NBA. So the guys in the NBA get paid way more than the women in the WNBA. And that's always been their gripe. That's always been their complaint since forever. Like, why y'all don't pay us like y'all pay the guys? Like, we play hard, just as hard as they do. So they're forced to have to hop on a plane and go out of the country in order to make that money. Okay. But baby, I wouldn't go back over there. I would not go back. They couldn't pay me to go back to Russia. Oh no, they could not pay me to go back over there because they don't like us. And one wrong move, you know, every country have their own rules and regulations. Like I told you guys about Dubai. If you give somebody the finger, they lock your ass up. So you got to educate yourself when you go to these, you know, go out of the country to some of these countries that you've never been to. Because a lot of these places have these very stupid rules. And if you break one, then your ass be locked up abroad. And they ain't about to be writing no letters and all that, trying to trade you. Ain't that many people to trade out when your ass get up over there and get in trouble for breaking a simple rule. You got to educate yourself on their rules and regulations and how they rock over there. And baby, if you make one wrong slip, your ass is in trouble. You know they don't like us. They don't like our kind. They don't like us. Okay, you black, you gay, you a woman. I'm sounding like Mr. Now. You poor, you a woman. You're nothing at all. That's pretty much how they see you over there. They're nothing at all. Ain't that how Mr. said it? Ain't that what he told Celie? They don't give a hot damn. You like, I don't give a fuck that you play in the WNBA, bitch. You about to go to this penal colony and you about to work from sun up to sundown, or till we tell you that, you know, it's time to go to bed. And your ass gonna be right back up early and do this shit all over again. Okay, so, ooh, child. All right, so by now you guys have heard about the fiasco with Nell Fletcher. I'm about to call her Nell Carter, y'all. Nell Fletcher and Stormi Snout Steele. Okay, let's go on and get into this damn video. By now you guys have seen it on several other pages, but you have not heard it from me yet. So we're gonna talk about it, because I've been saying that Nell, honey, was a whole op. I've been saying that shit. I peeped it, but people saying no, that's Mel's friend. Mel like her. She's been friends with Mel for years. Don't feel like that about her, Caramel. Well, now y'all see the same damn thing I've been saying. Now you see she's with the ops. She hanging with the ops because she wanna feel important. I tried to tell y'all. I tried to told y'all. All right, so let's back it up because we want to hear it all.
The Martell, you know, his picture was out, the mugshot.
He went to jail, didn't he?
He went to jail. Was it for a text message?
Well, see, I haven't talked to Mel. Is that what it was for?
I think they said it was for a text message. I have no idea what that text message looked like.
Martell going to jail, I don't agree with it.
Why you don't agree with it?
Because I don't agree with sending someone to jail, especially
if it can be resolved.
I think as a African American community, black men, going to jail.
Yeah, it makes sense.
I just don't agree with that. Y'all have kids. I feel like if something can be resolved, you should not send your ex to jail. But it's easy to say how you feel when it's not you. But until you're in those shoes, you really cannot say what you'll do and what you won't do.
How did you feel about the Martell? You know, his picture was out, the mugshot.
He went to jail, didn't he?
He went to jail. Was it for a text message?
I haven't talked.
All right, this is my take. First and foremost, why are they acting oblivious to what's really going on? Because y'all know they watch our videos, right? You know they watch the content creators' videos. You know they live in Huntsville. It ain't but so big. So you know everybody's been talking. Did y'all know Martell went to jail for DV in the 3rd degree and harassing communications? Like, y'all already know what it was. Production was there. They captured him coming out of the damn jail. So it sounds like it might have been something that was staged, maybe. Y'all already know what it is. So this is giving fake. Stormi, you already know what it was because you already discussed it with your husband and tried to downplay the shit and say, oh, that's nothing. It was just a text message, right? Well, put yourself in Melody's position. If Courtney cheated on you and had a side chick and had your child around said side chick and talked shit about you and your mothering skills to his side chick and had your baby up over there dropping him off and leaving it with the same side chick that you don't like and or don't want your child around, and then try to put out a revenge piece tape on your ass or video on your ass, did several interviews talking shit about you to anybody that would listen, jumped up in your face trying to fight you and then videotape you to try to put it out in the press to make you look like you are the aggressor when it's really him, I don't think you would have that same energy, Stormi. I don't think you would feel the same way. It's all fun and games until the shit happened to you. But then you sit up and downplay a situation like that because you don't know about it. You've never experienced that. So being a woman, being a mother, you should be able to sympathize with somebody else, regardless of the fact if you like Melody Cherie or not. As a woman, as a mother, you sympathize with her. You ain't got to like a person to feel some type of sympathy for what they're going through. At one point in time, Stormi, you used to like Mel. You used to be so far up her ass, baby, you didn't know how to come down. You could not climb down. That's just how far you was up her ass. So please don't make it seem like that everything that's going on in Mel and Martell's situation has more to do with Mel and less to do with Martell, because he is the orchestrator behind all this bullshit, low key. I'm just saying. We're not going to sit here and downplay this. And then Nell, you were friends with Mel and Martell for years, and you and Chris even counseled Melody and Martell. So just the simple fact that you would sit up and act oblivious to the fact that Martell could even be in a situation to where he would need to go to jail. I mean, hell, he done ran up in your face and tried to maybe slap your ass a time or two when your own husband stood back and watched with a smirk on his damn face. So don't you sit here and act like Martell. Why would she send Martell to jail? Why the fuck not? His ass should have been in jail, if you ask me. He should have been in jail. You knew what Melody and Martell went through. You said on the show that you and Chris Fletcher set up to 2, 3 o'clock and 4 o'clock in the morning talking to Mel and Martell about their situation, trying to make them stay together. And even you told Martell that he was wrong for stepping out and cheating and having a whole baby on the side. So then you hop your ass on the show and go scream in Mel's face saying, Mel, did you cheat on Martell? Bitch, you already know the answer to that. You already know the answer to that. Why are we rehashing this? You done stayed up 2, 3 o'clock in the morning and you found that out. So why are you obliging Martell and his bullshit and then looking for an audience to get in front of the Scotts and everybody else who's sitting there eating it up and soaking it up, where you're going to ask this woman a question that you already fucking know the answer to? This woman ain't cheated on him. If she went to a fucking hotel, it was to get some peace of mind and get away from his crazy ass. That had to be hell living in a house with somebody like Martell, who is always on his mess. You already know what it was, Nell. You already know what it was, Nell. And you got that same side chick mentality. You got it. Kimmy got it, where your ass is male identified and you always take up for the nigga versus the woman. I agree. This is none of their business. You're right, Monica Gillespie. It's none of their business. Which tells me you ain't got shit going on to be sitting behind the scenes. So this is going to be the Mel and Martell show this season. Y'all going to be sitting there. Y'all ain't talked yet about y'all business. Every scene, every clip, every trailer that I've seen thus far, you guys are talking about Mel and Martell's bullshit. Stormi, what businesses you got going on? You ain't mentioned none of your lawsuits. You ain't mentioned nothing with Canvas Beauty. You ain't mentioned no fucking body butter from Alibaba. You ain't mentioned none of that shit. You ain't mentioned when your ass gonna go and get that damn snout chopped down. You ain't talking about that. Now, you ain't cleared up yet why you ain't tell us your ass was a whole fucking side chick out here. You ain't talking about that shit, because when it came up in the trailer, let me talk to you with my hand on my hip. When it came up in the trailer, you gonna say that ain't for me to tell, that's for Fletcher to tell. No, bitch, you married to him. And word on the street is that you was pregnant the same time Lexi's mama was pregnant, bitch. If we want to be 100% factual over here. Now, did you or did you not mess with Chris Fletcher while he was married to Lexi's mama? Can you answer that question, please, since you want to be questioning Mel? Mel, can you answer the question, please? Did you cheat on Martell? Same energy, bitch. Did you cheat with a married man yourself? Chris Fletcher, when he was married to Lexi's mama, when Lexi's mama asked you repeatedly to stop texting and messaging and writing her husband at the time so that they can work on their relationship and you would not step back. Same shit Ariane was doing. Same shit Ariane was doing. But you're going to tell Martell he was wrong for fucking with Ariane, but bitch, you a side chick too. We're going to go on and put it out there. Truth hurt, don't it? Oh, you didn't want to talk about that shit when Mel asked you, so were you really messing with Chris Fletcher when he was married? You don't want to talk about that shit. That's for him to tell. No, it's for you to tell, because the question is asked to you. See how you sitting up behind the scenes talking about Mel business? So you can talk now when the shoe ain't on your damn foot. You can talk now when the shoe ain't on your damn foot, but when it's time for you to put the stiletto on, you got to pass the baton over to somebody else because you don't want your shit out there. But baby, you was a side chick. Yes, you were. Don't get amnesia now when somebody asks your ass, was you over there tooting it up? You wide back ass. I've been saying that I felt Nell was a whole op. Nobody wanted to believe me on that shit. No, that's male friend. That's male friend. It'll all come out. Now you see. Now you see. Everything that Stormi have, every little event, there she go. Twirling your wide back Tasmanian devil built ass up over there. Oh, tumbleweed wig wearing ass. Yeah, I'm gonna read your ass down a little bit today, Nell. I sure am. Yes, ma'am. Now you said that is his story to tell, but from where I come from, the two of you guys are one now. Y'all are married. Don't matter now. You married. You can go and admit that shit now. Maybe that's because you didn't want to be on the show. Y'all remember they were supposed to be on the show before. She kept saying, no. You had all these excuses, but I feel like your ass didn't want to come on this show because you knew they were going to pick you apart and find out that the real deal, that your ass was a real side chick. You didn't want people to know that shit because you prided yourself on being able to brag that you and Chris were married over 30-something years and y'all had all these businesses. That's great. But let's rewind and dial back to how you got this man. While you giving out marital advices, side chick. Who's out here taking advice from a side chick, a former side chick at that? That's why you ran out getting all this work done on your body, a tummy tuck and liposuction and shit, because your man running around still out here with these young ass girls. You ain't want to talk about that shit either. Miss, I had this for 6 months, me and him were apart. Okay. You lose them how you get them. You lose them how you get them. Chris tried to say he want a side chick, but he forgot, baby, you was humping around like Bobby Brown. You was sticking your penis in too many wipes out here. And I don't know if Alzheimer's kind of crept up on you a little early, because you said you want a side chick, but then your wife said that I didn't know that he was married at the time. Go back and look at the clip. When Mel asked her, well, was he married? I didn't know he was married at the time. That's his story to tell. Really? Ain't that a whole kawinky dink? Really? No, bitch, that's your story to tell. Because you laying there with your legs open when you knew you had a wife across town. Even when you found out, you still didn't fall back and say, you know what, Chris? When you get your situation together, if you're trying to leave your wife, y'all handle that business first, and then you can spin the block and come back over here if I'm available. But bitch, as for right now and me in my house, I will not mess with no married man. I don't give a hot damn how fine you are, how much money you got, and that slick shit you talking in my fucking ear. It's gonna be a hell mother freaking no. Handle your business over there before you come down here. Burn. That's a good place to put a period. Burn. And that's on period. Chris told Martell, she want a side chick. I get it. You capping for your wife. You don't want your wife to look bad on TV to say, oh, she won't know it. But Lexi said that shit. And everybody said, Lexi's crazy. Lexi's just jealous. She won't wrong on some of that stuff, y'all. Go back and look at what's my boy name? Giving you the hot tea. Shout out to him. Because he interviewed Lexi. Y'all remember, and her mama came on there and cleared some shit up to say that, yes, Nell, it was some overlapping there. You did come up in there, and Nell was nailing. Okay? Nell was nailing that woman's husband. Like I said, you were pregnant at the same time that the wife was pregnant. That's what the word on the street says. That's what the word on the street says, Nell, that you was out here pregnant the same time that Chris Fletcher's wife was pregnant. Okay? Yeah, this is why Lexi don't like her ass. This is why Lexi always have it out for her. This is why Lexi talks shit about her the way she do. And everybody was trying to say that it was Lexi being jealous and Lexi this, Lexi that, Lexi blah, blah, blah. So at the end of the day, it's some truth to some of that shit. We're seeing it come out now. Nell, you said tooth and nail. Oh no, it was never that. And never that. You want to try to talk over Lexi and do all that hollering and cussing people out. And now look at your ass. Look at you now. Mm. Girl, you had to get your body done. You had to get your body done to keep your husband eyes on you, because you know he got eyes for them younger women. He got eyes for them women with the body yada yadas out here. So you had to go out here and get your shit done. You still ain't done because your back's still wide. You might want to lay off them butter beans and the fried chicken a little bit, sis, because they say you be over there cooking real good. You might want to lay up off some of that Golden Corral stuff that you be eating up over there, because your wide back is getting wide again, and Chris gonna start creeping again. Okay? If he ain't already doing it. Okay, mashed potatoes, butter beans, rice, corn, fried chicken, ham, neck bones, pig knuckles, all that shit. Now, Nell said she didn't know he married. You sure damn did. I had to take me some notes because I want to make sure I get all this out. All right, so, like I said, I have been telling you guys that Nell is the op. I feel like Nell has been the op, all right? When Martell asked Chris, y'all remember when Martell asked Chris Fletcher, because Mel had already said she was going to kind of fall back from Chris Fletcher and Nell for a little bit, because it was starting to be too much. There was a lot of shit going on. But as you guys know, Martell had Chris Fletcher come to court, unbeknownst to him. Y'all saw that on the show, okay? To come to court, but Martell asked Chris Fletcher to lie for him during the child custody case, and Chris did not do that. Chris did not lie. He went in, he was very truthful, and they said his testimony helped Mel out a whole lot, because he and Nell were privy to a lot of things that were going on between Martell and Melody. So Chris was a very reputable person to come and testify on behalf of, I feel like he testified on behalf of Mel, but Martell was trying to be slick and have him just thrown in there to come and testify. Didn't give him a heads up to let him know nothing, at which Chris was upset. He was like, look, dude, we friends, you got my number. Why the fuck wouldn't you tell me that I got to show up in court and be coming to testify on some shit that I really didn't want nothing to do with? Like, yeah, I'm gonna counsel your ass off, off the record, but I don't want to be sitting in no damn courtroom being, questions being hurled at me about you and Mel shit like that. Don't have nothing to do with me. Yes, I'm your friend, but this is y'all shit. I got stuff to do. I got businesses to run. I want to be sitting up in here talking about your shit. But Martell was mad at Chris for a very long time because Chris did not lie for him. Chris was blindsided. Chris was ordered to testify in court without even having a heads up by Martell. But like I said, Mel had already said she was going to step back. But then after the court case, after the child custody case, where Chris testified on her behalf, Mel decided like, hey, maybe they really are my friends. At which then Melody, y'all know she had her name change ceremony. This is another time that I saw where Nell was being very oppish, if that's a word. I think I just made that up, but y'all roll with it, okay? I felt like Nell was being a little hater. I felt like Nell was being a little condescending. I felt like Nell was looking for the attention to maybe be on her, or maybe to have Melody in a sunken place, because sometimes when people are low-key not your real friend, they enjoy seeing you in a place of being uncomfortable, so to speak. Melody she was on a high that particular day for her name change ceremony. She invited Chris, she invited Nell, and a lot of her family was there, a lot of her very close friends. It was a event that she had where she invited people that she loved and knew that had her back. So for her to invite you there, Nell, to her name change ceremony, okay, where everybody's congratulating her, where everybody's uplifting her and giving her positive words and affirmations, Nell pulls up on Mel to tell her some junk about Martell that she didn't even want to hear. That was the wrong place, and it was sure enough the wrong time. It was to dump on her. You went up to this woman's event to dump on her. You had to know that was the worst time to do that. You got her number. You could have called her after the event and say, hey, I got something I want to talk to you about. Are you available? Can you come by my office, or can I come by wherever you are? Let's sit down and have a conversation, because it was brought to my attention that your ex-husband said this, and this. Not that Melody gives a damn what Martell got to say. But you felt that it was the right time when this woman which they done prayed over her and everything. So her spirit was uplifted. And then you bring her right back down to the bullshit because you want to talk about some mess Martell said. You want to carry a bone. And you got joy out of it because you stood there with a smirk on your face like, yeah, she was standing up there happy, but now look at her. I saying, is she really for Melody? Because it's not giving that. I didn't see you hug her not one time and say, I'm happy for you. I'm happy that you got your name back. I'm glad that you got out of this situation with Martin. I didn't see that. But what I did see was you were happy to run up there and give her some bad news in a moment when you should have embraced her as a sister, as a friend, as somebody that you have said that you've known for so long and that you advocate for. I didn't see no advocating there. I don't want friends like that around me when I'm already at my lowest and I'm at my breaking point, when I'm having PTSD and shit like that. And you know about those things, Nell, because Mel already expressed that to you. When she met you at y'all remember when Nell and Mel last season met up at the park and Mel was talking about how Martell was following her and harassing her, how she was having PTSD, how she was going through. Mel knows the ins and outs of the things that Melody have gone through. So for you to sit here with Stormi, and I know it's a show, for you to sit here with Stormi and act oblivious to these things is so beyond me. So Nell goes on to say that she hates to see a black man go to jail. What about your son? Because he's been twice that we know of. What about Chris Jr., your son? When he got locked up and owed you that damn money, you didn't give a hot damn about none of that. You didn't care about the cameras. You downed him. You cussed him out. You talked bad about him and told him he better pay you your money back. So where was that same love and or attention? You got more love and adoration for Martell than you did your own damn son, who sat up and cried because you were so hard on him because he was feeling depressed. And no, I'm not taking up for Chris Jr., because he's a grown-ass man out here committing crimes. Second offense was he stole a credit card and used it to buy some damn tires. Getting another mug shot. So you hate to see a black man go to jail. So is it fair for a black man to just be out here committing crimes and never, ever take accountability for the shit that he gets himself into? Is it okay for a man, whether it's your son or Martell, to be able to commit crimes freely and never be held accountable? That's the problem with the world today. We got so many, and I ain't just going to say black men. That's just across the board. Black men, white men, Mexican men, Asian men, whatever. Anybody that commit a crime that's jail worthy, your ass need to go to jail. He knowingly took somebody's credit card and did that shit. Whatever he did with that situation where you had to watch his dogs and take them to the vet and he owed you all that money, you didn't care about that. You were more concerned about getting your money versus his feelings and what the hell he was locked up for. And that's a fact. But you hate to see a black man be locked. He shouldn't be locked up. They have children together. So the fuck what? So what? Plenty of people have children to go to jail that commit crimes. And what? So people that have children that commit crimes should not go to jail because they're a black man? What kind of world does she live in? What kind of world does she live in? Let's change the worst case scenario. If a black man with children broke into your house, let's just do the worst case scenario. If a black man, Nell, if a black man with children broke into your house, held you at pow point, and took your wallet, took your purse, and stole some shit out your house, you mean tell me you're not going to call the police and press charges on him in hopes that they put his ass in jail? You ain't going to give a hot damn if he's a black man, white man, Asian man, Chinese man, Mexican man. You're not going to give a hot damn. You're going to want this person caught. You're going to want his ass locked up. You're not going to think about the fact that he's a black man with a child and or children. You are going to want justice, just as Mel wants justice in her situation that she's dealt with for over 12 years with 4 children that she's tried to raise with a bastard that ain't got nothing else to do in life but to stalk her, but to harass her, but to try to use his side chick on her to put out revenge people. He know that was his stupid ass in the fucking video, but then he tried to say, oh, I'm gonna make it seem like it's somebody else. He got that much time on his hands, and you sit your ass there and say, oh, I don't think he should go to jail. I don't think we should be locking up black men because they got children. So the fuck what? Mel out taking care of the kids. Mel went right over and got her kids when she found out that he got served that warrant. She went right over and got her kids. Her kids were fine. And they're going to be fine when he go back to jail for revenge plea. I mean, what you going to do? Go up to the courthouse steps and march with your sign? Free Martell? Take your ass home. Tumbleweed wig. Go home. Child. What is going on, y'all? What is going on with Nell? What the hell is going on with Nell? I need that on a t-shirt. What the hell is going on with mother freaking Nell? We already know Stormi ass crazy. They ain't got to put the camera back on her. We already know your ass gone. You are gone, Stormi. Ain't nothing up there, girl. It's just a shell up there, girl. The elevator ain't going to the top, girl. We know you crazy. We know you crazy, Stormi. But Nell, you came on this show, honey, and tricked everybody into believing that you were this long-lost friend that Melody had, that she could confide in, that she could lean on, that she could tell anything to, that you had her back. We were like, yes, Melody needs somebody to advocate for her. Yes, we finally get somebody on this damn show that's friends with Mel that can take up for her so the damn Scots can stop coming for her because she's outnumbered on this fucking show. And I'll be damned if Nell's ass didn't go to the other side like you switched it up the first fucking season that your ass was on the show. Your name might as well be Nell Scott, bitch. Nell Fletcher Scott. That's what it's giving me. Because you're acting like, you starting to act like them. Maybe you're hanging around them too much. I don't know. But it's giving Nell Fletcher Scott to me. That's what it's giving. Mm-hmm. But then, let's continue. Because I got my notes and I want to get all these out. That's why I made my notes, because I want to get it all out. All right. But like I was saying, Nell knows the backlog to all of Martell's BS, okay? You know all the backlog to that. You know that he's crazy. You know that he have psycho behavior. You've seen the other episodes where he's been running up in Melody's face. You've seen that. You've seen Melody cry. You've heard all these things that's been going on. But you still sit there and advocate for a man that you know is a known abuser. Court papers don't lie. And I know y'all have seen it because y'all watch the content creators. Stormi, you watch us. So it's crazy for you to sit on this show and act like you don't understand why. Yes, it was just a text message. Bitch, understand. Because you look at our content. Because you be watching to see if we're gonna mention you. Bottom line is, you already know, and everybody in the cast already know everything that was said in them damn court papers. You already know. You already know. So it's weird to me that y'all would sit on this show and downplay this thing to say it's just a text message. No. No. What Martell did is punishable by years in prison. It's people serving years for revenge P. It's people serving time for DV in the third degree. For him to be charged with that. Melody didn't charge him with that. The court system, the jail, charged him with that. When she put her report in to say, this is what I'm dealing with this person, they put the charges on him. So if they felt that it was deemable to do that, if the courts felt that it was deemable to take his children away for 56 days because he was abusing them, then why the fuck are y'all sitting on this show acting like, oh, it's just a text message? It's just a text message. All he did was text her. What's the harm in that? What's the harm in that? He only texted her. People don't have the same energy until it get on them. They don't have the same energy until it get on them. But Tumbleweed Wig, she want to sit up here and act like, oh yeah, I don't remember any of the things that me and Mel and Martell talked about. I don't remember. You sat there and yelled on your steps with Martell, telling him how much of a trash ass nigga he is. So much so till he got mad, jumped in his damn Uber truck and got ready to peel out because he didn't want to hear you telling him he was wrong. But now all of a sudden he not wrong. You advocating for the black man now. Why you put the black man in jail? You sat on your steps and yelling when he brought that fake ass wine over there looking for Chris. Y'all remember the scene. Sitting up there with the damn red bottoms all scraped the fuck up, looking crazy. With them cardboard bottoms on. Because he had them with red on the bottom. I already told you, bitches look like he had cardboard on the bottom. Because he done scraped them up to be damn. Looking like his ass was ice skating on the damn highway. Holding on the back of somebody's damn bumper. No red whatsoever on the bottom of them damn. They supposed to be red bottoms. They were cardboard bottoms. That's what they were. Y'all saw them. Y'all saw them. Mm-hmm. But then Stormi, let's get on Stormi a little bit. Stormi and her damn snout out here. Like I said, she want to sit there and downplay people's issues until it comes knocking at her door to say that Martell shouldn't go to jail either for revenge P. But you damn sure did hoop and holler when Black Titanic came to your warehouse and you blew that situation out of proportion and you wanted her to go to jail for just coming to your warehouse to try to purchase some of your product. Why did you do that, Stormi? She didn't come there with a pow-pow. She didn't come there threatening you. She won't even raising her voice at you. She wasn't the aggressor. You and your husband were the aggressor. That's why she had to go down there and take out papers on you. So from what I'm hearing, you got an active warrant out there, Stormi, by way of Black Titanic, where she took out papers on you, and it's just a matter of time. Warrants do not expire. I already said it before. You hooped and hollered and did all that on camera. You went live to show yourself on camera being the aggressor, making threats, because you said you're going to beat her ass. A whole lot of things you said about this woman. You recorded yourself committing a crime, Stormi. So should you not go to jail because you're a Black woman when you are on video making threats towards someone who is not threatening you? You cried, you hollered, you did all of that, and they weren't even aggressive towards you. Not that I saw, because I saw the live. You blew a whole situation out of proportion over nothing. Over nothing. But you see nothing wrong with Martell when you've witnessed Martell running up in women's face. You witnessed Martell yelling in Nell's face when y'all went to Texas. You've witnessed these things because Melody, before you and Melody fell out, Melody shared some of that stuff with you as a friend. So you know why they're divorced. You know why, because you were friends with Ariana. You still friends with the bitch because she follows you and you follow her. Let's go ahead and put it out there. Miss, I don't know her. I don't hang with her like that. She just sat outside the warehouse because her friend worked at the same warehouse as my husband. She never came in there. We never hung out. But the bitch used to work in the same beauty salon as you, from what I hear. So you knew her very well. You know her enough to follow her. People always get Alzheimer's, but I love to remind people when they be on the bullshit. You're not going to pull the wool over people's eyes and sit up on this damn show and act like you don't really know what's going on. This is why Mel said, I don't feel protected. Because people who act like they're my friends really are not my friends. You're just here for a check. But your ass need to be checked. Everybody on this damn show is privy to the abuse, the allegations, the side chick, the lies that Martell have told, the games that he continued to play with the court system, and even the way he's depicted himself as being the abuser, the way that he's an unattended father to his children, like I said, who lost his kids for 56 days. If you were such a great father, Martell, why did the courts find it deemable for you not to be able to see your kids for 56 days? They're not just taking people's kids and telling you can't be around your kids. They even told you can't even come back to the school, Martell, because he was talking about every other day he was going to eat lunch with them. We already know why, because you ain't got no food at home. But the school told him he could not come back to the damn school because he showed his ass up there. So he wanted to yank those kids from that school to put them in another school system so that he can have his way and do what he want to do, because y'all know Martell don't like to follow rules. So anybody tell him he can't do something, he's going to try to go around it because Martell is not used to being told no. He ain't been used to told no. So when the school, his children's school, the private school that they go to, the one that he said he got to drive 30 minutes to, nobody told you to move that far away from your children. You've moved how many times in a year? At least 6 times in a year, damn near. So that's your fault if you driving 30 fucking minutes to go and pick your kids up for school. Nobody told you to move that far out. You know where your children go to school at. You know where they live. So why would you pick a destination that's 30 minutes away from your children and then hop on a live and complain at the fact that you got to do something that you're supposed to be damn doing anyway? You don't get a medal for being a father because these children didn't ask to be here. You don't get a special medal for doing what you're supposed to do and that the courts told you to do. You're supposed to comb their hair. You're supposed to take them to school. You're supposed to feed them. You're supposed to help them with homework. But nigga, you think you're supposed to get some type of medal for doing what you're supposed to do when Melody does it every single day without you? So the fuck, what if you signed them up for sports? Are you paying for said sports? No, you're not. So stop telling everybody you're a great father. Stop telling everybody you're a great father. I think it sounds good to Martell to tell himself and everyone else, I'm a great father. In every single post, In every single live, that's always his go-to. I'm a great father. And I feel like the more he says it to himself, the more he believes it. Because he knows that he's an ain't shit father. I think deep down, he really knows that he's not. When he said in his live, I think Melody's trying to take the kids from me to get the kids full time or for full custody of the children. The kids need to be with her full time because you ain't got your shit together. You ain't followed nothing the courts told you to do. But Carlos King, with his crazy ass, still got your unhinged ass on this show, and it's gonna be to where Martell gonna snap off and hit somebody or hurt somebody to where Kingdom Reigns and own ass is gonna get fucking sued for violence in the workplace and for making people having to work in unsafe conditions. It's not safe working with a motherfucker like Martell who is unhinged, who will not go and get psychiatric treatment as he's been ordered to do, but you still allow him to come on this show. Now, from what I was told, there was supposed to be a conversation and or meeting with Carlos King OWN and Kingdom Reigns Entertainment with Martell and production to find out if they were going to allow him to come back, because under stipulations of the courts, he had things that he had to do first. Well, we already know he has not gotten his psychiatric evaluation as of yet. This is why he keeps pushing it back. So they are set to be going back to court. I think it is June, mid-June to be exact. So Martell still have not done what he was supposed to do. So Carlos, if you were in your right mind, if you wanted to guard your company from being sued, because Melody can low-key right now sue you for putting her in an unsafe working environment knowingly, because she sat on the podcast and told you that she was not feeling Martell being there, that he got to go, that she didn't feel protected. Why does she have to get her own fucking security to be on set just in case this nigga decided to pop off and run up in her face like he did in Vegas? She does not feel safe. She is the star of the show. She is the EP of the show. She is the reason why people watch this damn show. So why wouldn't you protect the very person that's putting money in your pocket, Carlos? I keep saying, if Mel quit this show, it's no more. The Scotts can't carry it. 1.0, 2.0, they can't carry it. Stormi can't carry it. You're not interested enough. The Fletchers can't carry it. And the Fletchers are trying to low-key get their own reality show. Y'all know that. They're going to soon be trying to branch out to get their own reality show. But unfortunate for Nell, you kind of fucking it up for you and Chris, because people are going to now turn against you because they see that you're the op and they're not going to be supportive. That's what's going to happen. That's what's going to happen. So it's crazy to me that the cast would sit up and act like they don't know what's going on in this situation. Because like I said, they watch every content creator that talk about Love and Marriage Huntsville and everything that's going on with Mel and Martell's custody case. So y'all know about it. Marceau, you know about it. Hell, you helped them cheat and get divorced. Maurice, you know about it, just like you knew about the Revenge P-tape when you told Destiny don't do it and to be quiet. They've all seen it. They've all seen it, allegedly. They have all seen that tape, because when Destiny sat her ass on that stage to say, I got some stuff that I can talk about and I can tell on you, Melody, don't make me say it. They all knew what she was talking about, because Marceau dropped his head and Maurice told her, Destiny, don't do it. So that tells me, why are you telling her don't do it? What is it that you don't want her to do? They already know Martell is a fucking creep. They know. So stop sitting here playing in our face. Stop playing in our face with this bullshit. All of a sudden, now everybody got amnesia on this fake ass bullshit that they doing on this new season. It's already pissing me off already, guys. Low key, it's already pissing me off because I already see where it's going. I already see where it's going. Carlos King have single-handedly done the same thing that he did to the shows when he was on Bravo, and that's why Bravo got rid of his ass. He started out talking about it's going to be about business, and slowly but surely, he turned it into love and fucking hip-hop. This show has turned into a ratchet-ass mess. Once again, you done it again, Carlos. I don't need to fire your ass just like Bravo did. And see how well Kingdom Reigns move on their own without being backed by a major network like OWN. See how you produce your shows without OWN and other big production companies backing you, sir. It ain't gonna happen. What happened to Love and Marriage DC? They don't even want to work with your ass no more. They tired of your bullshit too. And I said it before, Melody ain't even promoting this damn show this season. I said it the other day. She ain't promoting it. Go look at her page. Go look at her IG. Look at every piece of social media that this girl has. She ain't did a story on it. She ain't did a post on it. She ain't talked about it. She ain't went live to say, oh, guys, guess what? Love and Marriage Huntsville will be coming on this Saturday, guys. Make sure you guys turn in to support the show. We ain't heard that shit. You know why? Because she tired of the bullshit. She is upset that Carlos, she sat at the podcast and told you Martell got to go and you let his ass come back. And then a slap in her face to allow him to use their custody stuff and this revenge piece situation as his fucking storyline. I would be pissed at that shit too. I would be pissed at that shit too. Because you know he ain't got no businesses, nothing else is thriving. He ain't doing nothing else. Carlos is behind this bullshit. I blame him. And you better hope Martell's ass don't snap off and go off on somebody and put hands on somebody and somebody get hurt. Carlos, I hope Mel sue the fuck out of you. I hope she do. I hope she sue you. I hope she sue OWN. I hope she sue your production company and everybody else that's attached to it. I hope she does. Because it's an unsafe working environment. But that is my show for tonight, guys. I could go on, but we're going to go ahead and end it there. I appreciate you all for being here and supporting the video. For any of my content creators that are here, I think I saw T for TV, Kim K Chronicles. Did I see her? I think I know most of the time she's here. Thank you so much for my mods. Thank you, Tyra, for being here. Thank you, Linda Gamble, Truth TV Podcast. I see you, dear. Who else? Linda Gamble. Did Belle Wilson show up? If not, well, if she is here, thanks for being here. If not, still love you down. Okay, you guys still also I wanted to go ahead and announce without telling too much, because I think you guys may have heard it through the grapevine. Please say a prayer for T-Talk with your girl's son. He was in a car accident. Okay, he wasn't an accident. You guys pray for her peace of mind. Pray that she gets through this. I don't want to tell her business because I did talk to her. I reached out to her today. I called her. I've been communicating with her off and on to make sure she's okay. I told y'all that's the homie. So yes, y'all definitely say a prayer for her that she is okay, that her son will be okay, because y'all know she loves her children. Y'all know she's always talking about her kids. She's always talking about her kids. So y'all say a prayer for her that she is okay, that her son will be okay while she's dealing with this situation. I don't know if she's going live tomorrow. I don't want to say because she did not tell me if she was or not, but you guys pray for her. If she decides to go live tomorrow, you guys go over there and show her some love and let her know that you guys are praying for her and that you guys do have her best interests at heart while she's dealing with this, okay? All right, because she is one of us. We do love her. She does advocate for Mel. She is a strong millimeter, and she will cuss a bitch out. Okay, y'all know that about her. But on a serious note, definitely keep her in your prayers and let her know that you guys are advocating for her as well, okay? Love you guys down. Let's get out of here. I will see you guys in the morning. She did go live today. Okay, I'm gonna have to catch up because I've been busy today. I didn't get a chance to catch it. Okay, but you guys pray, say some prayers for her. Send her some messages. If you guys follow her on IG, drop something in her DM and let her know, hey, I'm praying for you. I heard about what happened. You know, without going into too much, because you know sometimes when you just say I'm praying for you, because when the person is dealing with a lot, sometimes you don't want to go into detail to kind of trigger them when they're already trying to be, you know, in a peaceful state. So just let her know that you are thinking of her and that you are praying for her. Okay. That's the homie. I love her down. And I love you guys down as well. I will see you guys in the morning for Car Chronicles, okay? Be blessed, not stressed, get some rest, and let's get on out of here. Bye. Let's get y'all favorite song, girl. Yes. Bye.